Hello, welcome back to the hell. Anyway, we're gonna be continuing this isn't even what is this? These are zone story quests. So I wonder if these are like separate. I wonder if they have them split or something. But I'm doing something called Balmora Objective, whatever that is. I gotta go here. I actually took the wrong thing. Thought I went to the right one. I'm going the wrong way. I fell in the water. Okay, so we go. I'm gonna try to get the sky shark. It's a delve. I'm not getting that sky shark. Maybe I should. Yeah, fuck it. Anyway, we're gonna go up here. Oh, one moment. Okay. Go. I technically go this way. Thought this was like a bridge. Anyway, from what I remember, daughter ran away from home. Trying to figure out what happened to brother and whatnot. And that's what we're doing. What is this? It's a mine. Curious, curious. Is it this one? Ow. I'm in combat, apparently. Hey.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will laugh at our incompetence.
What happened to you?
An assassin. Probably a Morag tongue. She tracked our leader here. But she doesn't know. We set a trap inside the ruins.
Goodbye.
Oh. She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her!
Oh, is he with them or something? But he was a bad guy? Sneaky, beaky. Want to assassinate? Nope. Wait, did I take your,
What's on your mind?
Let me make sure you don't have a, Okay, it's a flame staff, as long as it's that. Ow. Then he does some damage. I need you to fuck him up a little bit. throw that at me. Never seen that one. Oh, he liked that. I guess he likes stealth. Maybe. Maybe there's like a cooldown, so I can't just do it a bunch. Say he's drinking, I could have went in. Take another sip. Nope. Take some damage, Bastion.
Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
Hit him. There we go. Let me heal you. Fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up. The fuck did you back up for? Okay, whatever.
Not a cultist. At least you sure aren't dressed like one. You're walking into a dangerous place, hero. You must be here for a reason.
Came to find you, to ask you.
Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job.
I'll find you.
Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag Tong too scared to meet the powerful snag face to face?
Come on, man. Whatever. My god, he's taking damage, finally.
Place so little value on life.
What? Are you leveled up, so what can
Can I
I
help you with something?
do with you? Maybe it just depends. Character. I don't need them healing. Maybe I should have them healing. Well, either they do a lot of damage, or they just heal themselves from like little damage.
Circle around.
So I can't use my 5 ability on her.
A helping hand. Move to flank.
By Malakav's sacred tusks, you won't get past me! Flank, now!
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
No. Excuse me.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Silvani's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Talvani know. I'm sure Mage Valian will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me.
I am.
Damn.
I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we'll discuss what you're doing here.
Dances and jewels.
You're obviously not one of the Malakath cultists, so I have one question. Why the tusk are you following me, and why shouldn't I just kill you and be done with it? Yes, that was 2 questions, and an orc curse, and a threat. It's been a long day.
Looking for Counselor Eris's daughter, Vea.
Oh, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Vea's going through a difficult time right now. And the last thing she needs is some house-veteran lackey adding to her pain and confusion.
Your father just wants to find her and know that she's safe.
Really? Is that what old man Eris told you? And did he tell you about Vea's brother? About how House Redwin exiled their favorite son? No? I didn't think so. Vea needs answers and I promise to help her. So walk away while you still can.
If you don't let me help, you'll have to deal with others. They're hiring outsiders to find Vea.
Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look, tell Eris that Vea's safe and you'll see her soon. But no more outsiders. If my organization gets skittish, they'll return to the shadows and take Vea with them. They'll only deal with you.
Is all that really true? Will you set up a meeting with Vea?
Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Vea agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're ready.
What was that between you and the Malakath cultists?
That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these Malakath cultists interfered with House Telvanni, so they had to be dealt with.
And the orc he just killed?
Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists. His name was on the writ, so I had to end him. It's what I do, after all, and I do it so well.
What organization are you talking about?
I suppose if you're in for a sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, I killed him. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to Vea.
Why do you care what happens to Vea?
Vea and I have a history. A brother, too. They were good kids. Liked to watch me train. Now I feel responsible for her. When she came to me looking for help and asked to join the Morag Tong, who was I to refuse?
You let her join the Morag Tong?
That was her decision, not mine. Vea's good with a blade and tracks like a Nord Ranger. She's a natural at this, and it gives me a chance to keep an eye on her. So now I'm her mentor and she's my apprentice. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Goodbye. Well, she's in good hands. Oh, cool. Alright, I see. Oh, fuck. Oh, wrong way.
I help you?
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home?
Bea is safe. She's joined the Murok Tong and they're arranging a meeting.
Vea joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. But what was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive. So I suppose that's something. When are we going to meet with my daughter?
Not us, just me, but tell me what happened to Bea's brother.
She won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet. As for Vea's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Vea is worried about.
Naryu said to call off the other freelancers or she'll take Vega and disappear.
Naryu's back in town?
Naryu, sorry.
She's as stubborn as Vea. Very well. No other outsiders. Although I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Briven employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Vea. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely.
Your daughter is safe, just let me handle this and I'll try to get her to meet with you.
As you say. No other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran. Here, your first payment. Soon, however, I'll expect more than just a verbal confirmation of Vea's safety.
Complete quest.
When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vea can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way.
I'll convey the message, but I need to know exactly what you and Vega argued about.
Vea has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house, or with me.
So your strict observance of rules and obligations causes rift between you and your daughter?
That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter. That's why I want to speak to Vea again.
I'll try to arrange a meeting as soon as I can. Okay. And then, where do I go? Or no, I guess, I wonder if someone's going to contact me as soon as I leave. But anyway, I got to do something real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back.
How may I serve?
I'm leaving. Gotta left my pocket knife in my pocket. Oh, someone here.
Well, look at that. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Naryu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about.
Alright, where do I need to go?
Here. This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day for security reasons. Just in case it falls into the hands of House Redoran or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization.
What do I do with this?
Never had to use a map before. Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses, and another map. The first map, it depicts a particular town. Kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own.
Try to decipher the map.
Look, I know you're helping Counselor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal, mind you. We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse.
You always carry messages for Naryu or whatever?
What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again? Oh, who am I kidding? I hate playing the messenger. Haven't you ever done something you hate because it was the right thing to do?
All the time.
Then you understand what I'm talking about. Being noble. doing the honorable thing. It can be a real pain in the arse, but a favor given becomes a favor returned. Eventually.
You're part of the Morag Tong too, aren't you?
Well, look at you. You're a practical genius. Look, now you seems to trust you, so I suppose I have to trust you too. But that's a powerful secret you've been given. Betray us, and you'll find my blade in your back. Unless Nayu kills you first.
You mentioned trouble with House Redoran.
The Morag Tong has the authority to accept and carry out writs of execution. We keep the great houses from engaging in all-out war, but they rarely appreciate the work we do on their behalf. House Redoran in particular wants to shut us down.
Why does House Redoran want to shut down the Morag Tong?
The other houses have used us to take Redoran down a peg or two of late. To be frank, for all their vaunted honor, the house cries foul whenever someone gets the better of them. Our status is tenuous enough without Redoran's constant harassment.
Your status is tenuous.
As I understand it, the Morag Tong made mistakes in the past, grew too arrogant. We had to lay low for more than a century. Now, we're taking select contracts, working to re-establish our reputation. It's not our fault most of them concern Redoran.
Do you always carry?
What are you implying?
All the time.
Can you understand what I'm talking? As I understand, what are you implying?
Goodbye, you Mr. Loop Man. Here's the map. So, a boat. Under here.
Work builds characters.
Behind a tree. And some windows. This tree. Okay, I've looted your room. Hello.
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here.
Gonna meet with Vega now.
Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vega would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her, and your connection to her father could prove beneficial once she knows she can trust you.
How do I prove she can trust me?
Redoran records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths, whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Bea believes the registry contains information about her brother Ulron.
She wants me to steal the House Redoran registry.
Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all. The local keeper of records, Lord Drono, is away, so security at his townhouse should be light.
Steal the registry from Lord Drono's townhouse. Got it. good. Fuck.
Is there something I can do?
Not good. Can I make it to the way shrine? What's the wrong one? Okay, how do I get in there? I think I don't have any guards. Just gonna assume no. It's down there.
I'm sure we both know what services I offer. Most merchants.
It's all treasure, right? Looks like it. Put single point into it.
You think this lot is bad?
Repair all. Should I? You really repair all?
I don't deal in stolen.
It doesn't do the weapons, so they need charges, I guess. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. But at least now I know for sure. I think next time I have to like sneak in someone's house, I'm gonna tell the guy to go away, see if that helps. Maybe reputation won't affect him if I dismiss him.
Please, someone, we need help.
Wait, where's the way shrine? Past it.
Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good for you. Were you able to acquire the registry? Does it contain any information about Bea's brother Ulron?
The book mentions that someone named Ulron was stripped of his rank and exiled.
Ulron was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars?
That's what it says in the registry.
I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted, and you admirably performed this task. So I suppose I should let you meet with Vea now.
Where's Vea?
There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to
I wonder if it
hide.
was literally the one I
Vea's
walked
supposed
by.
to wait inside, but she's bored. I know she's been sneaking out. You'll find her in the cave or just outside.
I'll go to the swamp and talk to Vea.
Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just try not to be too charming when you meet her hero. She has enough distractions as it is.
This place looks comfortable. Why hide Vea out in the swamp?
Vea would face too many temptations here in Balmora. Friends, favorite places, familiar sights and sounds, not to mention the proximity to all things House Redoran. Even the most thick-headed house guard would eventually stumble over her.
Well, thanks for trusting me with your secret hiding places.
Oh, don't thank me, hero. As long as you're useful and don't betray us, then we're engaged in a mutually beneficial arrangement. Cross us in any way, however, and you'll never see my blade before it plunges into your heart.
You know Vea's brother well?
Well enough. Ulron and Vea used to sneak out to watch me train. I have a way with blades that fascinated them to no end. Eventually, our fondness developed between the three of us. And to think, I never even had a nick sound growing up.
Doesn't being in the Morak Tong make such relationships difficult?
It's not like personal relationships are against the rules, though I suppose they are sort of frowned upon. Anyway, my assignments always brought me back to Vardenfell, so we were able to keep in touch and visit even as they grew older.
You don't think Ulron could do something terrible enough to warrant, like, exile?
Anything's possible, but the Ulron I know holds honor above all else. I can't believe he'd do something so dishonorable that the house leaders would demand his exile. We need to find out more about what happened.
Why does Vea keep sneaking out of the cave?
Vea's young, bored, and stubborn. That makes for a volatile combination. She wants fresh air and freedom. I can't blame her for that. I can blame her for assuming I'm not aware of her little excursions. I thought I trained her better than that.
You think she's in any danger?
Danger's a relative term, especially when you're dealing with relatives. Vea can make her own decisions. If she wants to risk getting caught by House Redoran, that's on her head, especially since she knows they've been searching that area.
Goodbye. So, is this swamp? Well, it's not entirely where I thought it was at. I'll get rid of the... Trying to use the fucking map.
And you're sure it's Vea? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferhara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. Ah, the Counselor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Vea. As a matter of fact, so have we. This whole ordeal will be over soon, and then you can be on your way, Outlander.
Over, what makes you say that?
My mercenaries have spotted Vea skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Ferhara's war claws, the Counselor's daughter will soon be home safe and sound.
What do you know about Laurent's exile?
Vea's brother. It's a sad story. Killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander of all things. I think they were being too lenient when they simply exiled him. But that's how they treat the privileged few.
His brother killed a Redoran soldier.
Ulron always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage ways. He felt that an Ashlander life was worth more than a Redoran life. The Council didn't agree with his assessment. This will all be over as soon as Ferhara finds Vea.
Who are Ferha, whatever's war claws.
Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race, Ferhara's warriors are surprisingly effective. I employ them to bolster our forces. Between obligations to the Pact and other matters, House Redoran is spread thin of late.
Council Ayers hired me to find his daughter, and that's what I plan to do.
As you say, Ferhara's war claws take their contract as seriously as you do, however. Get in their way, and I can't guarantee your safety.
I'll keep that in mind.
Ferhara assumes the Councilor's minions will not present a problem for the war claws. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferhara. I leave everything else to your discretion.
The fuck?
Stupid war claws. Now I know how a mouse feels. By the three! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without a fight.
Working with Naryu, I have information concerning your brother.
Oh, right. Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned. But the swamp is crawling with mercenaries. There's a cave to the northeast. We can talk there.
Lead on and I'll follow you.
Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. I was going to try and sneak past them. But every time I get too close, I think one of them catches my scent.
Alright, I'll deal with the war claws. You get to the cave.
You're going to tackle that mob of fur and claws? I'm impressed. Meet me at the cave when you're finished. I think we have a lot to talk about. Oh, and try not to get killed. I really want to know what you came all this way to tell me.
I'll see you in the cave shortly.
Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
I can smell the dark elf kitten. Looks like we're the first ones here.
Let's flay this outsider!
Show up.
Oh, hello.
What do you think of my luxurious accommodations? It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry fire, all the comforts of home. Anyway, you said you had information about my brother, Oran. What did you find out?
According to the house, the Veteran Registry, your brother Ulron was stripped of his rank and exiled.
No, that can't be right. Ulron's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being banished?
According to Captain Bribben, Ulron killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander.
What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers, something terrible must have happened.
Any idea where we can find these Ashlanders, or they may be able to tell us about the incident?
I know the tribe that Oran liked to help. Brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention. Will you go with me to talk to them? Wait, someone's coming.
Get behind me.
She can handle herself just fine, hero. Vea, grab your things. It's time to go.
Go? Why? What's going on?
The Warclaws are marching toward this cave, along with half the House Redrin soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it! They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to move. It won't take those damn cats long to find this place, not with their sense of smell.
What do you suggest?
The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redoran troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers from town. He's intent on getting his daughter, and he may have the numbers to do it.
So the back tunnels it is?
One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redoran recently acquired. We may run into some resistance, but it shouldn't be as bad as what's waiting outside the front of the cave.
Just have to be careful then.
Does the ceiling look unstable to you?
Sir Gentleman, Captain Prison thinks the Councilor's kingdom might try to escape from these tunnels.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date.
Well, shit. Wait, so is this way blocked off?
This looks promising. Let's give it a try.
Thought it cost 90 ultimate, but it looks like that was... Oh, that's a percentage that's on the front. I wonder if I can change that setting. Where you do it in here, add-ons, or settings, and then add-ons. I'm assuming it's this one. General, compass, attributes, action bar. Go over there. Show relative percent. If I turn that off. No. Oh wait, ultimate percentage. Ultimate show overlay off. Do off on this one. Off, off, off. Okay. That should work now.
That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redderons up there.
I want to see what's this way. It's probably nothing important.
Oh no, we're surrounded. And that's my father. What's he doing here?
Sweep the caves. If you spot Vaya, report back to me. She's not to be harmed.
I prefer that you don't harm the agents I hired either. There's no need for bloodshed.
Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother, and he shows up to drag me back home. Well, I'm not going back without a fight.
I'll cause a distraction so you can get out of here.
You do that for me. Thanks, I guess. But what can you possibly do against all those soldiers? My father brought the whole damn army with him this time.
Your father hired me to find you and set up a meeting. Might as well give him a progress report.
Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp to the south. My brother would often visit that particular tribe. It's as good a place as any to start.
Will you meet with your father after you find your brother?
Once I find Ulran and make sure he's alright, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my terms, not his. And tell him to call off his soldiers, or I might change my mind. That should buy us some time.
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down. These outlanders work for me. The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vaya has been spotted. Tell me, have you seen my daughter? I won't sleep well until she's home, safe and sound.
Thought we agreed you wouldn't use any other outsiders.
I also said that the captain has his own resources. The war claws report to Briven, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. Now, tell me what Vaya's thinking.
Vaya will meet with you, but on her own terms. All these soldiers have scared her away.
It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter. So, where and when will Vaya meet with me?
Soon she asked me to do one more thing, and then she'll be ready to meet with you.
Very well. We'll do this her way. Vaya can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes. But tell my daughter that my patience won't last forever. Next time, I expect Vaya to be with you. Or I might just let Captain Briven do this his way.
I'll let her know.
Do as I command, and let them pass.
Want the way shrine. Then I'll go back.
Ashlanders, not with those tales.
This is disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Ridderin thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders?
You sure this was an Ashlander camp?
My brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place, so full of life. I know House Ridderin wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this.
You think your brother and the Ashlanders are still here?
If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people bad. We need to see if we can find out what happened here.
I'll look around and see what I can find.
I really want to help, but Nario won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in.
Stay out of the way of the war claws until I find out where your brother is.
Bea, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redrin hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Nario. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Bea, you know I hate that title.
To the warriors of Scribtown, including the soldiers of House Red and the mercenaries of whatever. Scribner is tasked with reclaiming of the whatever mine surrounding of Ashlander squatters. All land is free. They will resist our efforts to clear them from the specified sites. With this in mind, heed the following orders. Do not use force against Ashlanders unless absolutely necessary. Peaceful transaction territories preferred over taking the area through violence. Allow the Ashlanders to leave the vicinity, provided they comply with the Redderin law. If any Ashlanders resist, disarm the agitators and imprison them for the duration of the engagement. Force must be used. Make sure it is applied swiftly and to maximum effect. Captain Bribben. Hello.
If I'd realized how popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe ages ago. You don't appear to be one of the heretical invaders, but looks can be deceiving. What do you seek, stranger?
Looking for Ulran Relith.
Ah, Ulran the Exile. He disgraced his family and lost his status, but remained true to his heart. Ulran is here. He tried to stand against the Redderins, just as they detained me within this yurt.
Where's Ulran now?
I assume they dragged him off to the mine, along with most of the tribe who refused to let those tribunal dogs walk all over us. Or should I say tribunal cats in this instance? Be wary. The mine will be as protected as the camp, maybe even more so.
Tell me more about this mine.
It's a small hole in the ground, but it served us well until the Redderins and their Warclaws arrived. Now they toss my people aside and lock the door. Warclaw Irgazar carries the key, but there is a spare in the supply yurt.
I'll get the key and locate Ulran.
Get the key to the mine from either the Warclaw's commander or the supply yurt, whichever suits your needs. Perhaps you'll find what you seek within Kudanot's depths.
Why didn't they send you in the mine with the rest of your people?
To keep the head and the body separate. As long as I'm here, I can't offer my people hope or advice. And I certainly can't compel them to rebel against these invaders.
I can help you escape.
I have no doubt. However, my place remains with my people, at least for now. The Warclaws have treated me well so far. They believe I can make their tails fall off if I so choose. Who am I to dissuade such creatures from their beliefs?
All right, goodbye. I think I want to fuck up the commander. But where is he? Chanter. Hello.
If I can smell you, Outlander, then you can be certain the Warclaws have picked up your scent. Leave now, and maybe you'll escape with a little flesh still clinging to your bones.
What's going on here? I thought this was an Ashlander camp.
House Redoran doesn't care. They marched in with their Warclaws and claimed the land. Anyone who tried to resist was imprisoned or sent to the mines. Me? I decided my life was more important than my tribe.
So you decided to help House Redoran?
You can't be more disgusted with that prospect than I am, but at least I'm still alive. And all I have to do is direct them to the best resources and show them where some of my people hide every now and then. A small price to pay.
I'm looking for Ulron. Do you know who that is?
Ulron? You'd think he was some kind of saint the way he walked in and handed out supplies. He came back after his house threw him out. Never said why they exiled him. The wise woman might know where to find him. They have her in one of the yurts.
Goodbye. I already found her. No. Where's the Warclaw commander? Now I'll pay more attention if that's at 90.
We're just going to burn them? Even the Redoran?
Intruders! Warclaws! Attack!
Fuck them up. Damn. Sad.
Down here! Come on! Wait. What's that smell?
Veya, stay back. You don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods! They murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no! Oran! Oran! Wake up, please! You can't be dead. You just can't!
Veya shouldn't have had to see this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. Not to mention the son of a house counselor. Doesn't make any sense.
We try to defend the Ashlanders.
I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a veteran, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war clause. I wonder if Eris knows about this. I'm not sure how Veya's going to get her answers now.
Found the speaking stone on Oron's body.
I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive and as rare as a sober Nord. But Oron was always attracted to the contrivances of other cultures. Shall we see what it has to say?
If you can shed light on what happened here, I say yes.
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short, and what I have to say is important.
Brother, is that you?
Everything that happened was a deliberate act to discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother. You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora and were causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his sword. Before I could intervene, my soldier's blade struck him down. I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Redoran Council and exiled. I never even got to say farewell to my sister. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter, but House Redoran's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here. I'm going to talk to them, just in case I made this stone for my sister Veya.
Oran! Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Optional, talk to Veya.
Oran's not supposed to be dead. That wasn't the way this was supposed to end. What am I gonna do now? Damn Oran for leaving me that damn message! And damn him for dying on me! Gods, I miss my brother.
I'm sorry for your loss, Veya.
I still don't understand. Oran said someone set him up to fall. Who would do such a thing? And why would they do it? Oran never wanted to hurt anyone.
Sounds like your brother was a good man.
So that's why they exiled him? That's why they killed him? He was too damn good? That's the problem? We've got to find out who did all this. They won't get away with this. I won't allow it.
Find out who did this to him.
Oh, I'll find them all right. And when I do, they'll pay for what happened to Oran. I swear by Mafala's sacred web and the first blood my blade ever tasted, I'm going to avenge my brother.
Goodbye.
I agree with Ulran's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I can't believe he put this burden on Veya, though. What was Ulran thinking?
You don't think we should continue to investigate Oron's death?
I didn't say that. I'm just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran. And we don't even have a writ to protect us.
So, what do we do next?
I'm going to take Veya and head back to our safe house in Balmora. They found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure. The Morag Tong has rules. If I break them, I'll have to deal with the consequences.
Tell me about the Morag Tong's rules.
We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code. We only execute those whose names appear on sanctioned writs. If we kill respectable citizens without a writ, that's just murder. So, without proof and a proper writ, my hands are tied.
Suppose I should let Counselor Eris know about his son.
You do that, but be careful. We're not sure who in the House Redrin is involved, and I'd rather not see you wind up like these poor Ashlanders. Bea and I still need your help to get to the bottom of all of this. We'll see you in Balmora, hero.
Okay, I can probably get there at the same time. I'm going up north to get to the Way Shrine, to take the Way Shrine down here. Might as well just run here, I suppose. There's here.
Customers are always welcome.
And so the Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vea, or present me with a time and place for us to meet. Tell me, Outlander, which is it to be?
There was a complication.
Complication? What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down and let you do things your way. But instead of results, you bring me excuses.
Your son is dead. He was killed during the House Redrin raid on the Ashlander camp.
No, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave Vardenfell and never return. Why would he disobey me and go to those savages?
Vea was with me. She confirmed it was her brother Olron.
Vea was with you? And you left her out there? By the three, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try to maintain control. I need you to do something else for me if you would, Outlander.
What else do you need me to do, Counselor?
Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away until I can calm things down. I don't want to see anything happen to her. Promise me. And take this. Consider it payment for your efforts thus far. If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I determine the best way to proceed, I'll contact you. In the meantime, make sure Vea stays away from Balmora and House Redrin.
Did you order the attack on the Ashlander camp?
It was never meant to be an attack. I sent Captain Briven to clear land that already belonged to House Redrin. The Ashlanders were given an opportunity to depart. The situation didn't have to turn violent. Those damn savages should have just left.
It was an Ashlander camp. How's that Redrin land?
House Redrin has been slowly expanding in that direction for years. We claimed that area almost a year ago, but we were forced to temporarily abandon it when a massive ash storm hit. Before we could return, the Ashlanders moved in.
Oh, and I just let them use the land. They're more nomads. They would have left eventually.
Redrin depends on that land for hunting and resources. The Ashlanders are like A plague of insects. They sweep into an area, take everything, and move on. We couldn't allow them to do that here. So, I sent Captain Briven to convince them otherwise.
Sounds like I need to talk to Captain Briven. Where can I find him?
The captain serves House Redorin with honor and dedication. He's out doing his job. If Briven had anything to do with my son's death, he would have reported it to me. He'd have no reason to keep such news from me and the other counselors.
Olran left behind a speaking stone. His last message indicated that he planned to talk to Briven.
I'll speak to Briven when he returns. But understand, the captain operated under my orders. He's an exemplary soldier and an upstanding member of the House. Like me, everything he does is for the betterment of House Redorin.
Goodbye.
Outlander, over here.
I was gonna say, is this gonna be the next?
Now you told me what you found in the Ashlander mine. I can't imagine what Veya must be going through right now, but she shouldn't be alone. That's why I came looking for you.
Well, I mean, is it Naryu with her?
Naryu has responsibilities to tend to. Morag Tong responsibilities. Understand? She left me to keep Veya company, but I'm not very good at spouting words of comfort and solace. Unless I can kill something, I'm very good at that.
Do you want me to talk to Veya?
You do understand. And now you implied you're as dense as the ash storms coming off Red Mountain. Good to know even the Mother of Blades can be wrong. Veya's upset, and not just about her brother. She wanted to go with Naryu.
Alright, I'll go talk to Veya.
Another thing, Naryu's job concerns House Redorin. That's why she didn't want Veya to accompany her on this one. Veya's grief-stricken, angry, and ready to lash out at anyone and anything, so keep your head low and try not to upset her.
Since you had some experience getting on her bad side.
I have experience getting on a lot of people's bad sides. Women, especially, find me exasperating. Irresistible, but exasperating. It's a gift.
Why does Veya want to go with Naryu?
Something about who Naryu's target is. Thinks the target may know something about what happened to her brother. Look, I'm not even sure how Veya found out who Naryu's target is, and I don't want to know. Just go and talk to her, please.
Any advice on how I should approach Veya?
Carefully, and with your hands empty and clearly visible. She's in the safe house beneath Balmora, or at least that's where I left her. But I didn't lock the door, so I suppose she could be anywhere by now. I suggest you hurry and get down there.
Goodbye.
Get out of here, Ashur. I don't need a nursemaid, no matter what Naryu might think. Oh, it's you. Sorry about that.
Kitty.
Did Ashur send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is going to find my dagger in their stomach. Gods, I'm not mad at you. I'm just annoyed at everybody right now.
You want me to leave?
No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult. Finding poor Olran in the Ashlander camp. I need to be doing something. Sitting down here in the dark, hiding, that's not going to solve anything.
Naryu told you to stay here.
I know, but Naryu's writ. It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. The counselor knows who set up my brother. We need to talk to her before Naryu executes the writ. Do this for me, and I promise to stay here.
Alright, where can I find Naryu?
Well, Naryu wouldn't tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. Her target's at Arenum Manor, out in the swamp. Not far from that smelly cave, actually.
I'll go to whatever manner and see if we can delay Naryu's kill long enough to learn anything.
I appreciate you agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenim Manor.
Arenim.
My father used to say it was used by councillors as a retreat, but Mother always told me it was where they conducted business that required a certain degree of privacy.
Did you give any thought to your brother's message?
That's all I've been doing. Thinking. And I think Ulran was right. I think someone wanted him out of the way, and they orchestrated the event with the Ashlanders to do it. Someone played my brother for a fool, and it cost him his life.
What can you tell me about Captain Bribben?
Bribben's as stubborn as my father when it comes to following the rules and regulations of House Redoran. Ulran and Bribben were best friends, even if they argued from time to time.
What did Bribben and Ulran argue about?
Politics, foreign relations, the Ashlanders. You name an issue, and Ulran and Bribben were probably on opposite sides of the argument. It got to the point where I had to ignore both of them or they'd drive me insane.
Told your father what happened to Ulran.
You did? How did he take it? I mean, he didn't know that my brother was dead.
He didn't know, and he seemed as upset as you are over the news.
Really? I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us, in his own way. But what else did he say? Did he know that Ulran had been banished?
He told Ulran to go to the mainland. He didn't expect him to turn to the Ashlanders for shelter.
He didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either of them. That's why I had to get away. Join the Morag Tongue. At least Naryu understands me. Mostly.
Your father said you should avoid House Redoran until he can sort out what happens.
I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother, who was involved, and then I'm going to make them pay. Just you watch.
Goodbye. Man, why don't you guys have like a bridge like up there? My middle mouse do anything, it makes the cursor go away. Like locks the camera. I see. Let me see. Controls. Is there an auto run? Mouse button 4 is my auto run, huh? But I did not really set it up right on my thing. Okay, can I do this real quick? Bring to foreground. I'm gonna do it over here. Okay. I'm on ESO, key assignments, side buttons, hard side buttons. Hardware key or key. See, I don't know the difference here. Guess I'll do it on this because it's where everything else is at. Okay, I need it to be a mouse button. I think it's back. And then make it the 11. That should be good. And hang on, I think it's working. So I still have to hold shift though. Auto run. Toggle walk run. Sprint. That's fine. What do I still need for this writ that I haven't gotten? Alchemist. Wormwood. I need wormwood.
I expected you hours ago, hero. It's not polite to keep an assassin waiting. I was wondering how long it was going to take Vea to convince you to follow me. But she thought I didn't notice when she glanced at my writ, didn't she? Where is my overly curious apprentice, by the way?
Vea stayed in Balmora. She wants me to see what your target knows about Oron's exile and murder.
I know Vea wants answers, but this is my job. There are rules, especially where the lords of the great houses are concerned. There might be a way to deal with this, though, provided you're willing to help.
What do you need me to do?
First, don't kill any Redrons. That's a violation of my writ and could have serious consequences for both of us. Second, you sneak around and search for anything that pertains to Oron's exile, while I figure out how to deal with the counselor.
Alright, I'll see what I can turn up.
We need to be invisible. These things work best when no one but the target knows we're there. If you get spotted, you're on your own. I even cough on anyone without a writ, and the Morog Tong will have my head.
Do you often receive writs and call for the death of high-ranking house officials?
It's unusual, but not unheard of. True, most writs taken out against the houses target low to mid-ranking officials. The Grand Master is cautious when it comes to accepting such a high-profile writ. Apparently, though, this target has been very bad.
What does a counselor do?
Councillor Dovera has been conspiring with House Drez to promote the slave trade and avoid scrutiny by Redrin and Pact officials. She played a dangerous but profitable game, and her coffers were overflowing. Until someone noticed.
What gave her away?
I'm not privy to the laborious investigations that took place. In cases like these, though, the target usually becomes complacent and lets her guard down. She made a mess. Now I get to clean it up, for the good of Dunmer society.
Why do you think Oron was really exiled?
That's the question, isn't it? It nags at us the way the torchbug nags at the brave little scrib in those children's stories. Once we discover who Ulron's torchbug is, we'll have a clearer understanding of why they set him up, and why he had to die.
You think Oron's death was all part of the plan?
I'm not saying that. Accidents happen. But they certainly made sure Oron was in the wrong place at the wrong time, both in Balmora and again in the Ashlander camp. In addition to whatever you can find here, we should also talk to Captain Briven.
You think Captain Briven's involved in all this?
Briven's name keeps coming up. At the very least, he was Oron's best friend once. He might be able to shed some light on Oron and what happened to cause his exile. And I really want to know what took place after Oron left us that message.
Did you need to leave Vea behind?
Vea's my apprentice, and I'll decide when she's ready to take on a mission. She's been through a lot, and her actions reflect on me and my status in the Morog Tong. She may not appreciate it right now, but I'm trying to keep the both of us on track.
So you're accountable for Vei's actions?
That's how it works. Her actions are my actions. Vea goes out and executes 3 writs. I share the credit and get praised for training my apprentice. On the other hand, if she kills someone without a writ, the Morag Tong takes both our heads.
Morag Tong rules are that stringent, whatever?
There have to be. My order came this close to being eliminated. It's only recently that we've started to make a comeback, and only in Dunmer territory. If we can't control the actions of our members, we'll be hunted down and destroyed for sure.
Alright, well, goodbye. Avoid killing soldiers. So, can I dismiss you?
How can I help?
Let's talk about our partnership.
I'm listening.
Tell me something about yourself.
I've had some mage training, so I'm pretty handy with the destruction staff.
Talk about something else.
Always ready to help.
About our partnership. How do you feel about our friendship?
I trust you.
Talk about something else.
Did you
Companion
need
menu. So, can I just dismiss you? What are collections? It's you. Allies. Dismiss. Set active. Oh, okay. So it is just that simple. Okay, dismiss.
The front door's guarded like a bank vault. Maybe there's another way in through one of the buildings by the docks.
We'll try the warehouse.
This looks promising. Might even lead to the wine cellars. I could use a good bottle of wine.
Just take the wheat, screw it. Shit. How far do you go? So wait for her to come back. I didn't want to try that. It's a little too close. White lines.
See what you can find pertaining to Ulrich. I've got a dagger and a writ with Councillor Dolvara's name on them.
Okay, search the manor. Shit.
If we don't find anything, maybe we can ask for an invitation to the upcoming council meeting. I'm sure they'd be happy to answer our questions.
That gem.
So House Redoran issued an advisory against the Morag Tong? Fat lot of good that's going to do the councillor.
Oh shit, okay. Gotta wait for him. Man, this is the worst place to have to use the restroom. What is that? It's already empty. Someone's in here.
Damn the luck. I was hoping for a quick stab and go, but it seems the councillor might actually know something about Ulron.
That's what he said.
Oh, talk to her? Okay.
So Councillor Dolvra does know something about Vea's brother. Damn it all. Now I suppose you want to actually talk to her before I execute the walking pile of pond scum.
Don't we need to find out what she knows about Ulron?
Of course we do. I specifically waited for you to arrive because I figured that would be the case. Still doesn't mean I'm happy about blurring the line between helping Vea and performing my duty as a moral.
Alright, I gotta use the restroom. Can't hold it. I'll be back. Alright, what do you think about the other information we found?
We discovered that the next meeting of the High Council will take place at the consulate outside Balmra. The war clause and the Ashlander abuse aren't completely sanctioned by the House, and Dolvara was present when Ulron was exiled. Not a bad haul.
And all that means?
That means we have to get Dolvara to spill her guts before I spill her guts. Just keep your wits about you, hero. Dolvara wields her feminine charms the way I wield my daggers. Don't let her seduce you into doing something stupid before I end her.
Goodbye. Confront him. I might have to leave. Oh, but I can go this way.
Be quick with your questions, hero. When I slip in, so do my daggers.
Oh, okay, so she's just in here.
Ah, you must be here about those pesky patrol schedules. After all that clandestine correspondence, it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Now, come closer so we can celebrate our partnership in a proper fashion.
Okay.
Well, look at you. I'm impressed. The last person House Drez sent over was so much more scruffy. I have a meeting with House Halalu shortly, but I think I can spare a few more moments for you to seal our partnership, you understand?
Let's spend some time with you. First, why don't you tell me about Ulron Relith?
The noble's banished son? Why does House Drez care about that? Never mind. Anything so we can get to the good stuff. Ulron was tested and found wanting. Chose the life of a savage over his own soldier. We stripped him of his rank and exiled him.
Who tested Ulron and who killed him?
Ulron's dead. I hadn't heard. As to who was behind the test of Ulron's loyalty, what does that matter? He failed and paid the price for his poor choices. What does all this have to do with our arrangement?
Oh, nothing. I was just curious. Now we're about to get to know each other a little better.
You aren't clever enough or pretty enough to avoid what's about to happen, Dolvra.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you people?
I'm a Morag Tong with a writ that says you're a criminal and a traitor. That means I get to end your miserable existence.
Damn.
Take another look around, hero, and see if you can find anything else related to Ulron.
Think that does. Think that does. That definitely did.
Alikir massage oils? Fancy. But that has nothing to do with Ulron. More proof that Dolvra was in bed with both House Halalu and House. See if you can find anything else. That's Captain Briven's seal. I suppose our evil counselor courted favor wherever she could find it. The good Captain Briven appears to be more involved in Ulron's fate than I had imagined. He never struck me as the type to use murder and deceit to get ahead, but that's the problem with greed. It causes decent people to make stupid choices.
Sounds like the captain is spreading Ulron soldiers to the four winds to make a fresh start.
Or he's trying to hide something. The letter mentioned an intact squad sent to scout the old fort. You need to get out there and see what those soldiers know before Briven gives them new orders and they disappear.
Should I let Vega know what we discovered first?
I suppose. She's probably pulled tight as a bowstring waiting to hear something. Go talk to Vea while I present my writ to the authorities. I can't wait to see the look on the Redoran Magister's face when I tell him what his counselor was up to.
I'll go talk to Vea. Well, I avoided killing him.
The only fish that go with the river's flow are the dead ones.
I got my loot. I think she should be back here, right? 146 gold. So either spend a few hundred getting caught, probably, and I'm not gonna go through all that shit again. Let me see one more thing. Zoom in, add-ons, the mini map. The zoom. Or style. This is just the appearance zoom, subzone zoom, dungeon zoom, mounted zoom, scale. Oh, that's probably why.
Back again? Took your sweet time. You didn't learn anything, did you? Not that it matters. Oran's dead and nothing can change that.
We know where to find the soldiers who were with Oler on the day of the incident.
What good is that going to do? They won't speak to us. House before family and all that. Believe me, I'm more than familiar with Redaran honor. Still, I suppose I know a few ways to get people to talk.
I don't think you should leave the safe house until Naryu gets back.
More rules. I thought we were beyond those kinds of limitations. Look, I need to figure out who's responsible for Oren's death. House councillors, Redaran soldiers, Ashlanders, whoever it is, they need to pay.
We also discovered that Captain Riven might have had a role in Oleron's troubles.
Riven was Oren's best friend. Would he really betray my brother? Regardless, I want you to have this. You could have handed me to my father and you didn't. Other than Naryu and Asher, you might be the only friend I have left. So which soldiers are we talking about? I know most of the people my brother used to work with. Eyewitnesses are better than notes in the house registry, provided I can actually get them to talk to me.
Vitola, Telem squad, they're scouting the old fort, but I really think we should wait for Naryu.
There's no time to waste. That fort's near the cave where I was hiding. Last time I was there, the fort was crawling with cultists. We need to find them before Vatala and his soldiers wind up sacrificed to some Daedric prince.
Few more moments.
We'll get Vatala and his soldiers killed. I know the process. Turning in a writ can take hours, maybe even an entire day. I'll leave Naryu a note. She can meet us at the fort. I'm going. Either come with me or get out of my way.
Alright, I'll help you find the Redaran soldiers.
Let me gather my gear and write a note for Naryu. I'll meet you near the Hlormaran stronghold. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that we'll learn who's responsible for Oren's death soon. Then blood will flow.
Blood will flow? Don't you need a writ to kill someone?
As far as I'm concerned, rules got my brother killed. They don't apply to me anymore. Besides, to find the soldiers, we're probably going to have to carve a path through those cultists. The Morag tongue won't care about that.
Thought Naryu was responsible for your actions.
That's what the handbook says. Look, I know what Naryu's done for me. To keep me safe, I appreciate that. But this is about what they did to my brother. Nothing else matters. Not Naryu, not you, and certainly not me.
Don't force me to choose between you and Naryu.
No, never. You and Naryu aren't my enemies. I just need to get justice for Oran. Otherwise his death will be the first of many. We have to be able to resist laws that make no sense or get people hurt, without being afraid of getting exiled.
You know Vitola, tell him.
I know Vatala. He's a typical Redaran soldier.
Vatala, I mean.
Loyal to a fault. Always spouting nonsense about house and honor above all. He was devoted to my brother, though. Oran considered him to be one of his best.
Why didn't Vitola stand up for Oran at his trial?
Oran had a habit of putting the needs of others ahead of his own. He probably told Vatala and his soldiers to remain quiet. Decided to take responsibility and save them any heartache. I hope these soldiers remember that when we find them.
Goodbye. Oh, I can summon, what's his face, right? How do I do this? I hold Q, allies. Summoning. It's funny.
You're here, I'm here, the damn cultists are here. You know who isn't here? Battler and his squad. They're probably hiding. Or dead. They better not be dead.
Have you seen Naryu yet?
Naryu's probably busy clearing her writ, and we don't have time to wait. This opportunity to learn more about what happened to Ulran won't last much longer. We need to find that squad of soldiers.
Oh, we should really wait for Naryu before we do anything rash.
Fine. You wait for Naryu. I'm going to go and find those soldiers.
Alright, we'll handle this your way, an idea where we should look for the soldiers.
Their orders were to scout the old stronghold. I suggest we search along the outskirts and see if we can pick up their trail.
We'll go from right to left.
A bedroll.
Hello? What's
Still
this?
wrapped and ready to use. Standard issue for a Redoran soldier.
Damn, that was pretty cool. Oops. Shit.
A Redoran officer's sword. No Redoran soldier would leave that behind willingly.
Wasn't what I needed. Damn. You, come on.
Corporal Darvel. I knew him. But the others, they're civilians. They must have taken Tellem's soldiers inside.
I try not to be superstitious. That brings bad luck.
Let's find the soldiers and get out of here before these stupid cultists realize what's happening.
Who's that? We won't let you take us without a fight. Wait, Faye, is that you?
Thank the three! You're all still alive.
You say, where the hell did she go?
I'm not sure what you and Vare are doing here, but let us out. Then we can return Vare to her father. Councillor Eris has been terribly worried since she disappeared.
First, we want to know what happened to Ulran.
This isn't the time or the place to have that discussion. Get the key to this cage, and then we can find a private place to talk.
Any idea where I can find the key to your cage?
One of the cultists carries the key. I don't think he's too far away. We hear him patrolling around every so often. Free us, and I'll tell you whatever you want to know. You have my word as a veteran and as an officer.
Goodbye.
You find the key. Me and Vatala. We're going to have a little chat while we're waiting.
Vea, I'm just trying to protect you.
From what? The truth? Oh, relax. I can give this to my brother.
Another sacrifice for the Prince of Bargains.
Oh. Daily endeavor.
Vea, wait! You can't leave us like this. I knew I shouldn't have told Vea the truth. I just made everything worse. Please let us out of here. We have to stop Vea before she does something she'll regret.
Where's Vea? Tell me what happened.
I told her what she wanted to hear. I was with Captain Ulran the day everything happened. I was commanded to lure the Ashlanders to town and set up a situation for Ulran to deal with.
Kind of situation.
My orders were to invite the Ashlanders to Balmora to trade, send some local toughs to instigate a commotion, and then get Ulran to investigate. It was just supposed to be a loyalty test. Who expected Ulran to kill his own soldier to save a savage?
You said you were following orders. Who gave these orders?
Captain Briven, though he was still a lieutenant at the time. As soon as I explained all this to Vea, her face turned dark and she stormed out of here. I think she's going to Balmora to kill him. You need to let me out so I can warn the captain.
You led Ulran into a trap and sent Vea off in a foul temper. Just gonna leave you here. Here's the key, but I want you to stay out of this. I'll deal with Vea.
Thank you. Now, get to Balmora and stop Vea before she does something she'll regret.
Get your ass over here, hero. We've got a situation and it's not good. I leave you and
My
Vea
God.
alone for a couple of hours and everything goes to oblivion in an ore cart. Why did Vea leave the safe house? And why is House Redren tearing the city apart to find her?
Vea couldn't wait until we went to find the soldiers who were scouting the old fort.
You did what? I suppose you thought that was a good idea? Well, the damage is done. At least tell me you found something to make this debacle a little more palatable.
We learned that Briven gave the order that led to Ulron's banishment.
That explains why Vea broke into the kin house. I'm not sure what happened in there, but she certainly stirred up the veteran soldiers. Vea might still be inside. Or she might have given them the slip. She could be anywhere by now.
I can get inside and try to talk to her.
If Vea kills Briven without a writ, the Morog Tong and House Redden will both want her head on a silver platter. You check the kin house. I'll grab Ashur and see if we can pick up Vea's trail in the streets. Don't let me down, hero.
Goodbye.
Scour the streets, search the buildings. Vea Releth does not leave this city.
Oh, he's with me. They send you away. Shit. Examine.
There seems no end to woe.
Where can I steal from them? They just had that sitting there.
I'm at my wit's end. No one knows my pain.
Yeah. What's my inventory looking like? Still pretty good. Damn, he lives up here. Cheese, I stole myself. Okay. Took what I love, now I'll do the same.
What's the meaning of this? Where are the soldiers?
Can't trick me, I'm still hidden.
What hope is there for me?
Am I hearing you from below?
If you're looking for my husband, I'll tell you the same thing that I told that brazen young woman. The council is meeting outside Balmora, and Briven is protecting the councillors. Now, if you don't mind, I've had more than enough excitement for one day.
The brazen young woman, what did she say?
I could barely make sense of the nonsense she was spouting. It was Vea,
Councillor Eris's daughter. Everything she said was a ramble. Something about my husband betraying her brother. That my Briven had to suffer just as she was suffering.
She didn't harm you, did she?
She had a knife, but no, she didn't harm me. She said her brother wouldn't hurt an innocent, that I wasn't responsible for his death. Do you have any idea what she was talking about? Because I certainly don't.
Where's the council meeting you mentioned?
You shouldn't get involved. That young woman will hasten her own death if she thinks she can get past my husband and his soldiers. But if you insist, the meeting is taking place at the garrison north of Balmora.
You might want to seek shelter somewhere else, but you let the trail of dead soldiers downstairs.
Dead soldiers? They were just protecting the kin house. I'll go stay with my sister in Vivek. Briven is the finest soldier I know. He'll set Vea straight. I'm sure of it.
I'm at my wit's end.
Please tell me you found Vea. I can already feel the cold steel of the executioner's blade on the back of my neck.
Vea's going to the Veteran Council meeting to confront Captain Briven.
Is Vea trying to get herself killed? You can't just barge into a Redrun garrison and ask the soldiers to stand aside while you murder their captain? We have to get to her before she gets to Briven.
We're also at the trail of dead Veteran soldiers in the kin house.
She murdered soldiers without a writ. This is a dark path she's decided to follow. And unless we play this just right, it's not going to end well for any of us. Let's find Vea and put a stop to this. We can deal with any consequences after that.
I'll meet you at the garrison outside the city. To the north. Shut up, peasant. Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna go back to see. I was say like the zoom out is not as much. Like should be more in the zones, maybe.
I don't like the looks of this. Briven is using war claws to patrol the garrison instead of Redrun soldiers. Either house forces are stretched thinner than I thought, or Briven wants to justify the use of mercenaries to the council.
What do the war claws have to do with anything?
Maybe nothing, maybe everything. We know Ulron refused to employ mercenaries. He hated counting on thugs to do the right thing. I expect the Redrun Council feels the same. Maybe Briven's trying to show them what the war claws can do.
We might have to fight our way through the mercenaries.
The war claws may be a blessing in disguise. I can explain killing these bastards a lot easier than trying to wipe Redrun blood off my hands. Let's go stop Vea. I'm ready when you are, hero.
How do we get into the garrison?
There's no stealthy way to approach this. The front door's our only option. Then we track down Briven, find Vea, bonk her on the head, and get her out of here before she does something I can't fix. Easy as gore apple pie.
Welcome.
Even an old sack might have treasure inside.
Soon. Okay, there we go.
Glad to see we all made it. Now let's find Brivin before Rhea skewers him.
Take up too much of today.
Yep, so it's 90 on that.
Nothing yet, eh? I hear voices behind this door, but it's locked tight. Keep looking, hero.
You do anything? I don't think she helps. Well, Toasty is calling me. Hang on, I will be right back. Okay, these guys stayed dead, which is good. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to her? Oh, shit. Okay, let's go talk to her about the update.
I haven't so much as heard or seen even a whisper of Brivin yet. Just lots of snarling war claws. If we can't get through this door, there's only one other way to go.
And where's that?
It's always important to figure out where a target keeps its wine. In this case, down in the cellars. There's a staircase back where we first came in. And if we still don't find Brivin or Vea, well, at least there'll be plenty to drink.
I'll head downstairs and keep searching.
And I'll figure out how to get this door open, just in case. You know, attending a House Redren Council meeting was always a secret goal of mine. Right after getting a lusty Argonian maiden to scrape my flesh raw with her abrasive tongue.
Same. So I thought we'd maybe go back to that. How do I get there this way? Yeah, because I saw these stairs. thought about checking this.
I need healing.
So I think I can, yeah, morph that one. Need a skill point. I should probably get the sky shards and shit.
Captain Briven is on his way. Soon we'll have a permanent job in House Redderin, yes? They have interfered for the last time.
What's going on down here? It sounds like a... You! What are you doing here? Explain yourself! What in the name of the three are you up to? I thought you worked for Councillor Eris. You better have a damn good reason for killing the mercenary leader. I ought to sound the alarm and let her warriors deal with the likes of you.
Come to warn you, Vaya knows what you did. She wants to kill you.
Vaya? She's barely out from under her mother's apron and she presumes to judge my actions? No matter. Whatever your motives, nothing justifies the blatant killing of Ferhara and her mercenaries. Councillor Eris can't protect you this time, Outlander.
What about your motives? Olron's exile and death are on your head.
Ah, now everything becomes clear. Vaya learned something of her brother's fate and wants to retaliate. Then let her come. But know this, I merely set the events in motion. I didn't conceive the plan.
Then who did?
You're looking for the responsible party. Then look no further than Councillor Eris. He wanted to prove his son's loyalty to the House. To show that Oren's fascination with the savage Ashlanders hadn't corrupted him. Well, look how that turned out.
This whole thing started as a test of Olron's loyalty.
A test Oren failed. Eris was devastated when his son sided with the savages, and his daughter ran away.
Uh-oh.
He decided to resign his position. He'll make the announcement today. Eris hopes to restore his family, but I think it's a lost cause.
Especially if Vaya finds out that her father set all this in motion.
That's for Oren. Choke on your own blood, you bastard. My father, the entire council, they're all guilty. They all have to die. I have to do this, so stay out of my way.
Vaya actually did it. She killed Briven in cold blood.
Charge. And that'll be